Yeah, I'm in a Merkaba.
And- Okay. Well, prismatic. It's very interesting that they all right, you're in the Merkaba. Well, while you're there, can we go ahead and scan from the crown down to the root and see if there's anything that you're feeling with the energy fields that we can look at and work on today?
They just keep showing me like the scenario or like the scene that happened to me yesterday
So where's that
that I was
affect?
um I think it affects me in my solar plexus and in my root, maybe like my safety.
Okay. And okay, so when we connect with the solar plexus, go ahead and let's go ahead and open that up and ask it, what did that encounter with that being? Well, first of all, do you want to share with what that encounter was so we can understand it more?
Yeah, so what happened to me yesterday was I live in Brooklyn, but I live in a very like safe part of Brooklyn. So me and my boyfriend were walking to the park and this girl like walked past us and said that a guy was following her. And so me and my boyfriend just like stayed there and was like checking out what was happening. And as this guy like rode past on his scooter, me and him like made eye contact. And it's like I could just tell how if the I don't know, like it felt like there was like no soul in the body, or I don't know if it was like or just felt like very low vibrational, but like we met eyes and just stared at each other for like 3 seconds. And then he stopped following the girl and he turned down another way of the street.
So now connecting with that energy in the solar plexus, what does it want to tell you?
They said that they're first of all they're proud of me for like standing my ground, because before if something like that had happened, like I would have like looked the other way and been like, look, to like walk or just walk faster. But it's like the fact that I even like stood there and made eye contact with this guy, like they're saying they're so proud of me. Like that was really like that was like definition of like standing in your power. And it's not that like when these scenarios come to us, like it's not necessarily that like we're here to save the world. It's just here to like be the light and stand our ground. And like if you do see, like I made sure that she was safe, like she went to somebody else, but it was like mm, it was like all we have to do is just be the light to make these situations better. It's like me just like making that eye contact with him, like told him or like sent the vibration to him that like we're not gonna allow this.
And what do the connections with the eyes have for people? Because they always say like eyes are the windows to the soul. So what connection does the eye have in making that eye connection?
So they're showing me that for me specifically, like during this event, it's like I was staring into the eyes of darkness. So for me, so there's been a couple other times where I've like stared into the eyes. um, so when I was like deep into addiction, I was walking. I was walking into work one day, and there was this crow, like stand, like the biggest. It was like the biggest raven I have ever seen in my entire life, and it was standing on this trash can. And I was walking into work, and we made eye contact, and this raven stared into my soul. And for so long, I could not figure out like it's like that image and that feeling stuck with me. And then it was actually my first QHHT session ever where I finally asked what that was. And they told me that that raven was like my darkness to find my light. So it's like my drug addiction was my darkness to find my light. So it's like when I make this eye contact with like beings, it's like I'm staring into darkness. And that's what this time represented also. And now it's like they're showing me like that he was a reptilian. And I felt that immediately.
Wow. Okay. And um was this like a contract that you two were to intercept at that moment in time?
They're saying not so much a contract, but it was more like, I guess you could say like divine timing of it's like they just wanted to show me what happens when I stand my ground, and showing them that it's like all we have to do is just like send them love and it makes them uncomfortable because he left like the minute that he realized that like I don't know, it almost felt like I was like, I'm watching you. Or it's like, I'm not gonna allow, like, it's like with my eyes, I was like, I'm not gonna allow this. And he turned and went the other way. So they're just telling me that it's like they definitely don't like the higher vibrations also. So it's like when we connect with them like this, um, it's almost like they retreat. So I feel like it was like also showing me my power.
I love that. So acknowledging and seeing your power now, how does that make you feel?
It makes me feel empowered, but also it made me feel like unsafe because like today I've definitely had to remind myself that as long as I'm a higher vibration, these things won't affect me or like um I guess just like that being brought into my reality made me feel unsafe. So it makes me feel better now knowing that like my guides had a plan for this. Like it was on purpose. But then, you know, like your mind just kind of races because, like, I know trafficking right now is really, really bad in Brooklyn, or not like Brooklyn specifically, but in New York City. Like, trafficking is so bad right now, especially with like all the immigrants coming in. And so, this is like the second or third time that I've seen like signs of it, and they're also just telling me that it's like all this is coming to the surface so that like people can stand their ground and like say that this is not okay.
Well, that makes sense because it seems like a lot of trafficking used to happen underground. And now, with humanity raising the frequency, bringing in more light, it's almost like it's brought them out of the ground. And now they're having to, like, they're on the surface and they're exposed. And so now this is a great opportunity for light workers and, like, your experience to use your light to expose them even more.
Yeah, and that's exactly what they're showing me. It's like I'm standing on the sidewalk and he was like on a scooter in the street, and it's like my light is like shining onto him and making him feel uncomfortable.
That feels
It's
like
like
that's.
it's like lighting up his darkness and it makes him uncomfortable.
Is there anything else they want to tell you about being at the solar plexus right now and understanding that?
Okay, so I've also had this like weird fear of like being kidnapped my entire life. And I'm asking them like where it comes from. So I did So when I like first started stepping into my power, I had this past life regression where I feel like it was just a story for healing, where it was like I was taken and like kidnapped and beaten and everything. I feel like that really helped, like that really like worked through most of it in my solar plexus, but it's still there sometimes. So I'm just asking them like where this comes from. Yeah, so they're just saying that like my you really hold your safety in your root, and my root was like so closed for so long that it's like I just have to work with my thoughts and just like completely trust in the universe. Just like knowing that I'm fully safe and protected.
Is there any advice on how you can, any tools you can use to do this or what they recommend?
Okay, so I just keep hearing AI technology over and over.
Can they elaborate more on the AI technology, what that means?
It's in my solar plexus. Son of a bitch. Sorry.
Okay. I mean, I had questioned that within myself too today.
So they told me that like I made eye contact with the reptilians, and it's like they saw my light, and it's like they went back to like they're showing me it's almost like they distorted time and put this technology in my solar plexus like when I was younger. Like I see myself like really upset, and it's like they distorted time and space through like multi-dimensional reality and put this into my solar plexus.
About how old were you?
30 came up immediately.
Okay.
But it's like it happened technically yesterday. It's like the reptilians do work as a collective. So it's like this reptilian I locked eyes with, he saw like how powerful I was and that I wouldn't like stand down. And so it's like it was sent back to like more reptilians, I guess. And they can like work through time and space and put this into my solar plexus when I was younger. It's like they
So,
found a hole in time and space.
right. And so did that affect you and like with the drug usage and stuff, like did that actually create an impact where that actually affected your timeline now with the past as far as doing that stuff?
They're just saying that that's why I have felt so unsafe. It's
Uh,
like deactivating my solar plexus.
so what can we do to go in and to remove that AI? Because we only want her body to work as it's meant to be. And I think that's a reason they're showing you the Merkaba.
That is true. Can we just ask them? Oh well, okay. I was gonna ask you.
You're gonna ask me to ask you to ask them.
Like I was like, oh, could you just channel for me? No.
Sure, I'll channel while you're channeling and we'll talk to each other.
We should do that one day and just see the conversation that the Arcturians have.
You know, let's save the public from that
Okay.
shit show. Okay, what do you want to ask them?
So how do I protect my energy through time and space?
All right. So how do you protect your energy through time and space?
Okay, they did say the Merkaba. It's like the way it spins protects you across like all, like protects you through all dimensions, all realms, and like protects you through time and space. So it's like that's why the Merkaba around me is like radiating right now.
So, but how do we protect against that? Like, how does that do that? Because obviously yesterday it happened. Your Merkaba should have protected you from them going back to the age of 3. Like, how do you activate it?
Hold on, let me get this thing out of my solar plexus first.
Okay. Yeah. Well, just so they can walk us through it, what do we need to do to get that out of your solar plexus?
So I'm gonna call in Archangel Michael just to like lift this up and out, and I'm gonna speak light language while he does this to heal where it was at. Adia dia 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 dua dia dia kua kia 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 do 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 do. Kia 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 kua kia 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 kia. You can tell I feel like annoyed right now. Like I feel annoyed that it was even there.
Yeah.
But I guess I'm very thankful for the sessions that we do. All right, so I release this in love. It's fine.
And now, do they want us to put anything in there, any light, anything to seal it so it's protected from that? Or is it okay?
Yeah, so it almost feels like a washing machine right now. It's like they're like cleansing and clearing the energy in my solar plexus. It feels lighter.
Okay, good, good. And we just want to set the intention that the reptilians can no longer go back in time or even in the future place any artificial intelligent devices or any of their devices within your body.
Yeah, so I'm just asking them like, how am I supposed to do this?
Like, how are you supposed to stare them down, but also,
Yeah, exactly. That's what I'm talking about. Like, and even like the attachment that I had for my sacral. Oh, so I understand that that was like already there, but still, it's just like I've because like I was protecting my energy. I was like doing everything that they were telling me to do. So now it's like, why do these things keep happening to me?
and what's their response?
Yeah, so like when you protect your energy, you can just say like I protect my energy through all time and space. I protect my energy through all realms of multi-dimensional reality. Okay, they're telling me also that they're like really, so I've been working on astral projection lately, and they're telling me that like um it's so important to learn how to like really properly protect myself since I am such a bright light. um I'll be able to like astral project very soon, just like at night whenever I want. um and it's just so important for me to learn how to like properly protect my energy because there's a lot of different beings on the astral realm.
And then, but how does it work with the Merkaba? Is it just stating that intention, just create something around the Merkaba?
Yeah, so they're saying that like the Merkaba is the most powerful way to protect your energy, and it's also your light body. So it's like my body for travel, and it's my greatest protection because the Merkaba like uses all of your different energies. It uses all of your chakras, and then it also like radiates outward in a geometric pattern that protects you. So it's like everything about the Merkaba is protecting your light. And if you just like, they're showing me to like create the Merkaba in my heart first and expand it from my heart outward through time and space, just knowing that I'm protected in every single way.
Okay. So that'll prevent from any more of these AI devices being implanted.
Yeah.
Okay. All right. And does that help with the root chakra too? I know that this affected the root chakra.
Yeah. So it was also like, yeah, so it's just like affecting the energy flow also.
Now, what we did today, did that help the energy flow?
Yeah, it's fine now.
Okay. All right. Perfect. Is there anything else that we need to look at in the body?
No, I think that's it.
Okay.